What's up YouTube? Capital G here, checking out a brand new generic level 9 Synchro monster that just got revealed coming out of Eternity Code. I've said it once and I'll say it again. It is fascinating how non-link focused that this core booster set is. Really not a lot of link stuff going on in Eternity Code. Anyways, this is Ravenous Crocosaur Architis. It is a level 9 water fish synchro monster, 1000 attack, 1000 defense. It is a completely generic synchro, as I said earlier, just one tuner plus one non-tuner monsters to summon. Your first and your third effects are hard once per turn. Your first effect says if this card is synchro summoned, you can draw one card for each non-tuner monster used as a material to synchro summon this card. Second effect, this card gains 500 attack and defense for each card in your hand. Third effect, which is a quick effect, that's kind of nice. You can discard two cards, then target one card on the field. That's a cost. Destroy that card. Okay, so when I first looked at this card, I thought to myself, it's not as good as Trishula, it's trash, but then I thought about it for a second, and I don't know why I kind of compare every single generic level 9 synchro monster to Trishula, but I think that this card serves a completely different purpose. When you think about these generic level 9 synchros, historically, they've always been cards that are significantly better going second than first. Think about cards like Mistworm, Trishula, Vermilion Dragon Mech. You really don't want to throw those out there going first. This card is the opposite. This is a card where if you're going to summon it using 3 monsters, which we'll just say that 3 monsters is kind of the standard for level 9 synchros. That's how people summon Mistworm and Trishula. I think that you can feel pretty good about drawing 2 cards. Keep in mind you only need 3 cards in your hand to get this guy to a respectable 2500 attack and defense, and if you're going to be drawing 2, then that really shouldn't be all that difficult to accomplish. I also looked at the third effect, and that was another effect that I think I really undervalued because I just looked at the effect numerically, right? Like I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute, so I have to discard 2 to pop 1. That's a -1. I don't like that. But then I thought about it in the context of these synchro spam decks. You guys know we're going to see a lot more synchro spam decks come Master Rule 5 when this stuff is released into TCG, and generally speaking, all the cards that you draw off TG Hyper Librarian, once you're done with your combo, you've dropped your Quasars and your Blazars, etc., etc. Generally speaking, your hand is full of just kind of duplicate copies of your combo pieces. They're essentially a bunch of dead cards, and I think that if you can turn those dead cards into another disruption, then I think a lot of synchro players will be like, sign me up, Cap. Like if you're playing a synchro spam deck and your ending board is this Crocosaur boy plus like a Blazar and Quasar Dragon, who cares what you're discarding out of your hand? If your opponent doesn't get rid of those 3 synchros on field, you're almost certainly going to win the game, and having an extra disruption is invaluable because you're not playing the long game. You're looking to win the duel within the first couple of turns. I think this card is solid, and I think that it kind of fills a small niche that, you know, synchro players didn't really have. They didn't have a go-to level 9 monster, one that could help them draw more cards. They basically just kind of had things like Trishula, cards that weren't very effective going first. I think this gives them more options. Anyways, whatever you guys think of our new Crocosaur synchro monster, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.